All right, so in today's video, I want to talk about what I carry with me no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's a day hike, I'm camping, backpacking, whatever it is. These are the things that I carry with me. If I'm going to be in nature, these things need to be with me. And I forgot one thing I took for granted. The one thing usually always lives in here. So if you want to know what that is, you got to stay till the end. But the first thing is the easy to grab bug spray. 100% DEET. This is what I use to keep the mosquitoes away. It's the only thing I have found that works. I've tried a lot of natural products. I've tried a lot of different mosquito contraptions. I've tried a lot of different things, and the only one of all of it that has actually worked is DEET. The other thing is a headlamp, just in case I get out here late and it starts getting dark. I want to be able to see while still being able to use both of my hands. Next, the things that I always carry is I always carry food of some kind. I always carry a snack or a meal. Again, in case I get out, it's really late, I can have a meal and I'm not starving. Next, canteen. This is a Keith's canteen. It's a titanium canteen. It's super light. There's no water in it. I usually filter water. There's a lake behind me, there's a lake behind you. I live in Minnesota, so there's always water somewhere. So I usually carry this empty and then filter once I get to where I'm going. Next is my Possibles pouch. Inside my Possibles pouch, I have a water filter. I usually carry a water filter with me. This is just a backup filter, knife sharpener, rust erasers, compass, duct tape with a canvas needle, a little towel. This little towel right here isn't for wiping anything off. This is for my face, right? Because if I get hot, I get sweaty, I can wipe my face with this. I don't use this for cleaning things or wiping anything off. This is just for just a face and arm towel to keep myself clean. Battery charger. This is from Olight. A whistle. In case I get lost, I can blow the whistle. A whistle travels farther than your voice. And people know that if you hear a whistle, someone's probably in danger. So a whistle, sporks to eat my food, tent stakes to set up a shelter, cordage to set up a shelter, a little stove, a BRS canister stove to again cook my meals. This is for making my spoon and fork into tongs so I can cook. And that is, and a crooked awl for making holes into different things. So if I need a hole in my tarp or I need a hole into something, I can use this to make holes. The other thing that I carry with me all of the time is my fire kit. And my fire kit has a nice big, so you can see the Possibles pouch. These are both Hidden Woodsman. This one has a nice zipper pull. It's a good length. This one is twice as long because if I am, again, it's Minnesota, so if it's cold out, if the temperature drops at night and it's cold and I'm getting hypothermia and I'm losing dexterity in my fingers, I want to be able to grab this thing and rip it open. I don't want to be fumbling with the zipper. So I have a nice big pull on here that I can grab even with gloves on because fire is going to keep me warm. Inside here I keep a small canister for my canister stove because I can use that to start fires as well. That's probably like the best fire starter. I have some Surefire options. I have a wet fire that doesn't even have a label. It's been in there for a long time. I have a zip fire starter. These are just surefire ways to guarantee that even if everything's wet, if everything's soaked, if I'm cold, I can get a fire started. I have my char tin. I have a Bic lighter inside of an Ectac case so I can find it and it floats so I don't lose it. I have fat wood for Surefire. I have a ferro rod and a scraper. I have a lens out of a binoculars for solar fire. And then, I do have more in here. I have my matches. These are storm-proof matches in a waterproof case so that I can, again, start fire. Even if it's down into a pit, I don't have to put my hand on there. I can light the match, let the match drop into whatever, start a fire that way. That way I'm not burning myself, again, if the dexterity is missing. And a pocket bellows so that I can blow oxygen into a fire and get it ripping, roaring. And that is it for that pouch. And then I always carry a filter. So I'm going to do a video on a filter, which is why I carry this big case. But usually I just carry one of my Sawyer filters and my dirty bag. This is usually all that I carry. But because I'm doing a video on this today, I brought my whole kit. And then the other thing that I always carry lives in this backpack, because this is the backpack I usually bring with me on day trips. That is a grabber, all-weather tarp, blanket technically, but tarp. I can make shelter with this. I can put it up the green side facing me for shade. I can put the mylar side towards me to keep me warm. It's just a really good shelter option, and with the cordage and the tent stakes that I kept in my possibles pouch, I'm able to set up that tarp. I know it's a blanket, but I call it a tarp. I can set it up in a bunch of different ways, and so I can again stay cool or I can stay warm. And those are the things that I always carry with me. The other one is a knife. This is the Mora Garberg. I keep that in here. It's just always in here. The other thing that's always in here that isn't in here right now is inside this pocket right here. I usually have a roll of toilet paper with the cardboard insert taken out, and I just smush it flat, but it's missing. I thought it was going to be in there because it's always in there, and it's missing, so I need to make sure that I'm checking that pocket, because I usually don't put anything else in here, but I got to make sure to start checking it, because toilet paper is very important, especially when you go to the bathroom. Using leaves and different things, materials around you, isn't always the best option. The other thing is it's a really good fire starter, so if I need to start fire, having toilet paper to accelerate that fire and start things. It's good for wiping up messes and then getting rid of them. It's just, they have a lot of purposes. Real toilet paper has a lot of purposes, especially if you get the strong ones, the extra strength, so that you can actually wipe things and use them for different things, absorb different stuff. If you spill in your backpack, it's absorbent, so it can absorb whatever you spilt inside your backpack. There's a lot of things you can do with toilet paper, and it usually just lives inside of here, but I don't know what happened. Maybe I used it all on my last trip, but those are the things that I always carry, except for the toilet paper where I didn't carry it this one time, and I hope to never make that mistake again. So in that comment section down below, I want to know what are the things that you always carry with you when you're hiking, camping, backpacking, whatever it is. Let me know, and I can't wait to see you on my next video.